Hunters, we're back with another guide video on how to beat the Helping Hands Nightmare Dojo in less than 1 minute. So this one's super difficult because there's a lot of RNG based elements inside of this dojo and you need them all to come together to do this successfully. And number one is the plum spirits. You need the plum spirits to split. If you don't, you're going to have a rough time, and there is a method to keeping them split at the start of the run, which we'll show you inside of the dojo. Number two is you need to spawn a lot of chickens. The chickens have got to spawn. It's time dependent. The more chickens you spawn, the more damage you're going to do, the faster you're going to do the dojo. If you don't spawn chickens, then you're going to get a slower time. So the people with the quicker times have obviously spawned a lot of chickens, and then you get the life jacket on top of that. When that explodes, you're doing extra damage to the juggler. So number two is you need to spawn a lot of chickens. So number three, when the juggler does teleport, if your Sheldon is alive, you need to hope and pray that the Sheldon goes to a side of the juggler that isn't the same side as your plum spirits. Therefore, so when the juggler targets the Sheldon, he's going to do damage to the Sheldon and leave your plum spirits alone, because the longer they are alive, the more damage you're going to do inside this dojo, and therefore reduce your time inside of this dojo run. And number four, and like I said, there's a lot of RNG aspects inside of this dojo. That's just the way it is, Hunters. That is the way it is. Number four is that when the juggler throws his explosions, you need to hope and pray that they're going to miss your bees that you've spawned with your buzzkill, because again, the longer your bees are alive, the more damage you're going to do, and then therefore reduce your time inside of the dojo. So you need them explosions to miss your bees at all costs, and they're the four things you need to come together inside of this dojo run to get it in under 1 minute. So we'll dive into my run. I'm going to be pausing some of the replay so I can talk about things as well, just to help you guys as much as I possibly can to do this dojo, because it's had my life. So let's dive into my run and see how I beat it. So we're here inside the dojo, and like I say, you need your plum spirits to split. Someone in my stream told me this was the best method to use to keep them plum spirits split, which we're going to showcase at the start of the video. So we're coming into the run. You want to zap him with your lightning and then go between the plum spirits, dash around them and then dash behind him and spawn your Sheldon at the back. And you can see my plum spirits are now split. And then you just want to hack away. And then, like I say, pray to the RNG gods that you're spawning these chickens. You can see I have got some chickens alive. You just want to pop your abilities when they come on cooldown and hack and slash. Now I take a hit there from the juggler, which isn't too bad, because that gives my plum spirits some respite. And then it stops them from taking damage, so they can stay alive a bit longer. And again, just hack and slash, and then I wait till he teleports and I spawn my Sheldon behind him, again on the opposite side of my plum spirits. And then you can see the explosions missing my bees. Like I said, that was number 3 in the RNG system for this dojo. And you can see my chickens are coming in and I'm getting spawned. And look at all the life jackets I've now got on the field inside of this dojo. And when they burst, they're going to do damage. And then attack and slash. And then we come in and do the dojo in 59.15 seconds. And I'm level 90. I'm level 90. So this is how hard this dojo is. It can be done at a much lower level. I would say anywhere from level 78 onwards. But you're going to have a rough time, honestly, because there's that many RNG things inside of this dojo. And like I said at the start of the video, to get quicker times, you're going to have to spawn more chickens. So you need a run like mine inside the dojo, and then just spawn loads of chickens. And like I say, the more chickens you've got, the more damage you can do, the more life jacket bursts you're going to get, which is extra damage on side of the dojo boss. But that is the method you need to try. Again, we'll quickly recap over everything because there's a lot inside that video. Zap him at the start, run through your plum spirits and round the back of one, dash behind the juggler and spawn your Sheldon, and then obviously he's going to focus on your Sheldon and not the plum spirits. Hope that you spawn the chickens, hope that the explosions miss your spawn bees, and then when he teleports, make sure your Sheldon's on the opposite side of the plum spirits and rinse and repeat. And that's the only way you're going to do it. It is the hardest dojo. If you keep at it, you will eventually get it because the stars will align. If you found this video somewhat useful, consider dropping me a like. It helps me out massively. If you want to see more Moco content, feel free to subscribe. We'll catch you, Hunters, in the next video.